Hi guys, Nicole Kernohan here. It all comes down to this. All that matters is how you feel. When working towards changes in your life, in your career, in your business, in your health, in your relationships, when working towards a goal, all that matters is how you feel. I'm going to share a neat little story on this, but this is a really, really important concept. I've heard it for years, but I just didn't totally grasp it or quite catch what was meant for it. But it's really critical on a daily basis. Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling empowered, enthusiastic, ready to go? Are you feeling discouraged, disappointed? Anger, frustration, any negative emotions, or even bigger than that is not good enough. Are you feeling like I'm never enough or I'm never good enough? Now, I'm not saying that changing those emotions are instantaneous or simple. There's lots of steps and ways to do that, but it's really important to be aware of how you're feeling, because it's impossible to get an incredibly positive result when you're in a really negative emotional state. And also the opposite is true. It's impossible to get a really negative, bad result. I mean, there could be transitional steps in the process, but it's impossible to feel bad when you're really grateful and positive and in a good emotional state. Okay, so I'm going to share this little concept, this idea of how we can, the reason, one of the benefits, I guess, of moving through this positive emotion. So let's say we have a desire, we have a goal. That's kind of like step one. You create a goal, you get clear on where you're going. The most important part is to think of it in the present tense as if you're already there, because that's, and what are the feelings attached with that, right? The visualization is incredibly important, but the reason to visualize is to get you into the emotional state. So it all comes down to emotion. It all comes down to how you feel. Setting goals, visualization, incredibly important, impactful things, gratitude, even the power of gratitude. Those are to get into a different feeling, into a different emotion, because all of your actions, two things, all of your actions and behaviors are reflecting how you feel. If you feel like that person who you want to become, if you actually feel like, what does it feel like to have that amount of money, to have that type of business, to have that type of health, like actually get into the feeling of it, right? It's hard for most people to do. This is not typically something that's easy. But to get into the emotional state of what it's like when I'm there, my actions will come from that place. What types of, who am I going to talk to? What am I going to be doing? I'm going to wake up excited and energized if I can feel like I'm here, if I can get into the emotional state of here. So just really, really understanding the importance of emotion. Gratitude is, the idea of gratitude is because that puts us into a really positive emotional state. When I'm thinking of all the good that I have in my life, all the amazing things that I do have in my business, in my health, in my relationships with people, but when I can feel abundant and I'm feeling that way, then the actions I take throughout my day are going to come from that feeling, right? Our actions come from our feelings. So that was one of the components. What we do comes from how we feel. Really, I keep saying really important, but I just want to make sure this is hitting you in the face. Our actions are a reflection of how we feel. The other thing is that the people who are attracted to us, the other individuals in business who we may want to work with, or in relationships or in health, their other people are attracted to how we feel. And they don't necessarily exactly know how we feel, but we have a vibration, we have an energy that comes off of us. When someone's positive and excited and vibrant, they don't have to be outgoing. Introverted, extroverted is not what I mean here. But when someone's in a positive energy and feeling good, you can tell, even if they don't say a word. And when someone's really in a negative vibration and negative feeling and emotion or frustration or anger, you can also tell if you're paying attention. You can feel how they're feeling. So if you want to build a really big business and you want to attract these incredible, amazing, great people that you want to work with, then they're going to be attracted to how you're feeling. Okay, so it all comes down to feeling. This can be talked about in many different ways, and I probably will do many videos on this with different descriptions and different explanations, but that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Now I want to share a quick little analogy. It was actually Tony Child, one of my mentors, an incredible coaches, shared this story with me, and I can't recall where he got it from, but it's a neat little story about how you will get what you're feeling and how you will attract and work towards how you're feeling and how you see the world. Okay, so there was this older man, and he was living in a small town, and he was just working away on the side of the road, on his farm, and a young man came, or let's say a young lady, a young lady came driving in and said, "Hey, sir, I just came from this town, and man, there were some grumpy people over there. They were mean, they were angry, they were just not nice. I'm sure glad that I'm leaving that town. What are the people like in your town? I'm curious, but hopefully they're nicer than those people." And the old man who was working away said, "Well, they're probably going to be about the same. Probably be about the same as what you found." So a few minutes later, another young lady comes along and comes driving in, and she says, "Wow, I just came from the last town, and there were so many friendly people. They were so nice and fun and just a lovely bunch. I sure hope that I find some nice people like that in this town. What are the people like here? What are the people like in your town?" And the old man working on the farm said, "You're probably going to find about the same. You're probably going to find those same people that you just saw in the last town." And moral of the story is, you'll find what you're looking for. You'll find what you're feeling. There is good and bad in everything. And in every circumstance, in every situation, it's not what's happening outside, it's what's happening inside. So if we can, on a daily basis, work towards, be careful of how we're feeling, turn on some positive music, do some yoga, have a bath with a candle, read a nice book, do something with comedy. Laughter always makes us, pulls up our energy, but really working on how we feel. Okay, hopefully that added value. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you like my little story. And if you found this video useful or valuable, feel free to like it, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm happy to share more with you. Thanks so much.